interview, whether you're local in Northern Virginia or no matter where you are, if you're into the plant-based lifestyle, because of especially, I think, what's going on right now with the coronavirus and the knowledge that people with compromised immune systems are most susceptible to this virus and the bad repercussions of it. So Gwen, welcome, and let us know, give us a little overview of your restaurant, please.
Hey, Mike, thanks for having me on your call. So Greenfare, we're in our 5th year of business, and we opened the restaurant with the purpose of helping to educate people about plant-based nutrition, as well as the benefits of organic food. So when you're buying organic food, there are 400 chemicals that you're not getting in your system. It's a rigorous process that we go through. And the benefits of a plant-based diet are basically that you're not eating animal products that are inflammatory and create all kinds of chronic illnesses that Americans are suffering from. So I opened the restaurant with the purpose of helping people to find the right path from where they are and hopefully optimize their diet to be as healthy as possible.
Yeah, and I can vouch for that. I've done so much traveling. My wife Denise and I have traveled all over the world recently, and there is no restaurant that I can say that has these types of standards that you have at your restaurant. It's truly health food, I would say, and I tell people, like, you're the only restaurant I know where the more of your food that you eat, the healthier you're going to be. I cannot say that about any other restaurant.
Right. Thank you. That's true. I think we designed the restaurant from the inception to be as optimal to human health as possible, and then try to make the food as delicious as possible. And when people have gone through the 21-day Kickstart program that we offer every month from PCRM, where we're doing classes and providing meals, we usually watch dramatic changes in health. So we see cholesterol drop, blood pressure drop, which is especially important right now, weight loss, and A1C from type 2 diabetes. And so those types of chronic illness, particularly in the time now, are where people have compromised health. They may be covering things up with pharmaceuticals that were prescribed, but they're not really reversing the underlying root causes of eating poor diets.
Yeah, that's true. And I can vouch for myself, having gone through the program at your restaurant. Well, I'll say two things for people that may not be familiar with the restaurant. Number one is, when they go through the program, all they're eating is your restaurant food. You're not doing anything special to make it healthier, right? We're eating your regular menu items that you have at your restaurant, which is amazing, because that creates the health benefits. And I did the blood testing before and after, and in myself, I'm one of the healthiest eaters I know. My cholesterol dropped a significant amount. And I found out actually that I think that the determination was it's the lower fat foods that you have, because even if I'm eating a whole food plant-based diet, a lot of people on that have issues with weight. And I think a lot of that is because of the high fat content in the foods. And I think all your foods have a low percentage of calories to fat. Is that correct?
We actually do something called an SOS-free diet. So it's without added salt, oil, and sugar. Yeah. It's something, as people go on their health journey, that they learn that when you take any kind of animal fat or vegetable oil, it's basically going to create inflammation, and you're removing fiber from the food and minerals, and then basically just adding fat to your food. So a lot of the concepts around adding oil for healthy fats is sort of an oxymoron, because it's not healthy. So all of our food is done using a process called dry saute. We put salt on the table so people can add salt as needed without cooking it into the food. And then from a sugar standpoint, we don't use any simple sugars in the restaurant. All the sweeteners come from whole plants, so dates, apples, carrots, all nature's
nutrition
goodness.
Too, some nutrition along with that too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you got tons of fiber. Your food is loaded with fiber. That's the thing. I think people ask where to get your protein, but the truth is, where to get your fiber? That's the real question people need to be asking. Most people, even if you're eating vegan, aren't necessarily eating fiber, because just because you get rid of the animal products doesn't mean you're eating fiber in replacement of that. And if you're eating whole plants, so like you guys have a amazing job of doing that. And like you said, you don't add any oil, sugar, or salt. And I think you also keep the nuts, seeds, and avocados to a minimum as well. Is that right?
So we do nutritional analysis on all of the dishes in our restaurant and the meal plan that we offer. And usually protein is going to be 10 to 20% calories of the entire dish, and the fat content is usually less than 15%.
Right. That's a big one, because I think that people a lot of people who transition to plant-based or vegan, they end up gaining weight. I've seen this before, and I think it's because of that heavy fat percentage that you are aware of, right? And that you make sure to manage in your restaurant, which I've never seen a restaurant that does that personally. So
Right.
I think that's great. And it also,
and a lot of,
go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of vegan products also are very oil intensive as well. So you'll see the vegan butters and the vegan hamburger, the Impossible Burger, and they're all loaded with coconut tropical oils,
yeah,
and are going to create inflammation.
Yeah, I get you. So you're healing. Your foods are healing, and I think my cholesterol, from what I could tell, probably dropped because I dropped that fat percentage from what I usually have, and I think that had an effect on my cholesterol because I wasn't eating any animal products. So that was amazing to me, that the connection there. I didn't recognize that was a connection before doing that program. So actually, let's get into what's going on right now with the coronavirus. People know that they need to optimize their immune systems. So what we've talked about so far, it seems clear to me, and hopefully to everybody watching this, that you have the healthiest food that you know that you can serve to folks. So how does that translate into optimizing your immune system?
So I would say it's sort of a four-pronged approach. I think nutrition is sort of foundational and fundamental. Also, it has to do with sleep, with exercise, and with social connections, which are harder these days. But I think the face-to-face thing is great. Immune system, I think, I've been taking walks with my friends. There's a lot more people out at the parks right now.
True.
Getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep is really a key thing. And then, exercise. So
right.
I think walking and being with friends kills two of those actions there. But from a nutrition standpoint, sort of optimally is food and water, ensuring that you're hydrated. And, we're a restaurant, but I think that the things that we're promoting are things that you can make at home that are inexpensive. Beans and rice, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are going to be nutritionally complete. Adding some vitamin C to beans and rice diet, you're getting the nutrition that you need. Greenfare is there to help support people that don't know how to cook and that are too busy to be able to do that themselves. And it's been, I would say, a dynamic week for the restaurants.
True.
We've been trying to adapt to this upending of our lifestyle, I think. And when we closed actually the restaurant on Monday and started doing delivery. We've had a meal plan for a long time, so we've been set up to take meals out. We instituted on our website a free delivery system within 5 miles. Probably 90% of our customers are within 5 miles.
Yeah.
We're delivering our meal plans. We're going to do a virtual kickstart starting on March 31st and deliver the meal plans associated with that. And then we just started something today that's called family dinners. So if you have 4 or more people that you want to share food with, you can order in advance items from our menu that will come in family size packages. So for 6 servings, for $65, and we'll deliver those to your door.
Nice.
With our staff that most people have been asking about. How are those people doing? Well, help us out and place a family meal plan order. We have gift cards that you can order online now, and those will be mailed to your home for future visits. Or if you want to share the nutrition with someone that you care about, then gift cards are a great way to do that as well.
All right. Yeah. Well, I can vouch for the deliciousness of the food. I mean, I think you guys have the highest quality ingredients. Everything's organic, like you said, and they're the highest quality locally sourced ingredients. You can't get any better than that. And like you talked about earlier, you are using all the scientific knowledge that you know about how to choose the right recipes and how to prepare them properly to keep people in the best health possible. So whether or not that actually benefits your immune system, I would think that it does if you're going to eat the best, highest quality, healthiest food, which is what you serve. And as I mentioned earlier, I cannot think of another restaurant that is at the level that you all are at. So the fact that you have delivery now is even better because folks don't have to worry about anything. And of course, I think that that people are probably tired of preparing stuff, or even maybe even run out of food because everyone has the shelter-in-place orders in most areas. So this is a great opportunity, I think, for people to try out your food, especially with the situation, especially knowing that restaurants need help right now. And if anybody is out there watching, which I think there are many probably, that really care about their health, you are the restaurant, Greenfare, I think that people really should want to support. And unfortunately, you guys aren't everywhere yet, but hopefully in the future you will be in more places besides just the DC, Northern Virginia area. But anybody watching in the DC, Northern Virginia area, just what's the best way for folks to order this food for delivery if they're in the DC, Northern Virginia area?
So greenfare.com right now, green F-A-R-E, and there's an order online button that you can choose delivery. One other thing to mention is that everything that we make is from a local 150 miles and sustainable. So we get actually boxes of produce in our restaurant that's prepared on site. Most other restaurants are getting previously prepared vegetables that are frozen and then pre-delivered. So it's why it's more difficult these days to customize anything in restaurants because it's already prepackaged.
Right.
So ours are going to be, because it's minimally processed, it's going to be fresher, and everything is just days from being picked to your table. So it's probably as close to going to a farmer's market and making it yourself as you're going to find in a restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people, I think people watching probably know, well, like the only way I can really ensure my health is going to be optimal is to make this food myself. But in your case, with Greenfare Organic Cafe, you are the exception, because I think that folks cannot prepare a healthier, fresher meal than they can buy at your restaurant. And I can't say that about any other restaurant. I mean, when I say any other restaurant, I mean every single item on your menu. I'm not talking about just a couple of items, because every single item on your menu fits that definition.
That's right. Even our dessert.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so, well, thanks so much for filling us in. We hope to talk to you again in the near future and hear about how this program is going right now. And anybody who's interested, just go to greenfare.com. That's it, right? Greenfare.com? Okay, and it's on the website?
There's a link to the family meal plans, and there's an online order button. So.
Okay, perfect. Well, thanks, Gwen, owner of Greenfare Organic Cafe in Herndon, Virginia, just west of DC in Fairfax County. Thanks so much for being with us, and we look forward to hearing how people are staying healthy through this time and supporting your restaurant the next time we talk to you.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate your help.
All right. Yeah, you're welcome.